Hello everybody and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a little bit more of singing for complete beginners. If you're new here, the Singing for Complete Beginners series is created with the goal of taking you from an absolute beginner who's never really sung before to someone who can sing proficiently, who knows their range, their register, breathing techniques, and who can sing any song that they want to sing. Last week we talked about range and registers, and today I'm going to be expanding on that by focusing on one register in particular, which is chest voice. So today we're going to be learning a whole bunch of chest voice warm-ups. These ones are going to start out nice and basic so that we can really practice hearing them and understanding what our warm-ups are and how they feel in our chest voice. In case you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying chest voice, feel free to watch my video from last week because I did talk in depth about what all the different registers are. In case you don't feel like watching that right now, I can also give you a little brief overview. Chest voice is one of our vocal registers, and it's the vocal register where our voice is most comfortable, strongest, fullest, loudest. Another way to think of it is where your speaking range is. So where your voice naturally sits, that's where your chest voice is. So we're going to figure out where your chest voice sits, and we're also going to make it stronger. We're also going to work on warm-ups that are going to help build our chest voice so that we have a stronger, beltier, fuller, more controlled sound. The main goal of working on any register of our voice is just to give you more power and control over it. So we want to get to a point with our chest voice and with all our vocal registers where you feel like you're super in control of where your voice is sitting, how it's coming out, how strong and loud it is, how sustained your note is. We can get you to a place where you can control all of the aspects of your voice. And of course, these warm-ups are going to help us figure out our range and determine which notes we feel comfortable singing and which notes feel good in our voice. But also, they're going to help us strengthen our ear, get better at pitch matching, help with our breathing. Warm-ups are something that are super, super helpful for all aspects of our voice and our musical ear in general. So this is going to be a big jump to the next level in singing, but I believe in you guys. I'm confident you got this. Let's go to the piano. So we're going to start with laws. We're going to be singing 5 notes up and 4 notes down. And don't worry, of course, I will show you how it goes. I invite you to maybe listen to the first few, then rewind the video and try to sing along. Your goal is going to be to match the notes that I'm singing and sing along with me. Oh, and last thing, do not forget all the other lessons we've learned up until this point, especially in regards to breathing. So we want to try to make sure before every exercise, we're taking a nice inhale in through our nose. Try not to fill up your chest. Don't let your shoulders or your neck tense up. Try to breathe in through your nose and have it fill up your belly with air. Lastly, we want to try to make our sound consistent from beginning to end of each exercise. So if you find as we're getting a little bit higher that your first note is really strong, but your top note is getting a little shaky, that's okay. It's probably just the end of your chest voice register. Not a problem at all. We will get there. We will address it. But for now, only sing the notes that feel comfortable. I don't want you straining or hurting yourself in any way, especially because everything is so new. We don't necessarily have the tools to change our voice into a different register when we hit those kind of blocks. So for now, however high or low you can sing is how high or low you can sing. But of course, as we talked about last week, that can always be adapted and grown and changed. For now, we're just getting started. So does take a little while, but be patient with whatever your range is now. You're starting somewhere, and that's the important part. I'm starting on an A below middle C, just for anyone curious as to where our notes are starting. Let's give it a try. So here's how this exercise sounds. La, 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 la. We move up half a step. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Keep going. La 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 la. La 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 la. Couple more. La 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 la. La 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 la. Very good. That's our first one. Awesome. For our next exercise, we're going to keep going with laws. Laws are one of my favorite mouth shapes and words to use for chest voice exercises because it's naturally a really big mouth word sound. La 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 la. Let's give that a try, starting on that same one I just did, and we'll see if we can keep everything as smooth and connected as possible. Which is a little trickier when we're skipping notes, but you got this, you got this. Let's give it a go. La 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 la. 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 again. No, I'm just kidding. That would be a lie. I'm sure it's feeling great so far, but I do also want to mention, because I realized I hadn't yet, warm-ups don't necessarily sound like beautiful. They're not the best your voice is going to sound, and that's not the point of them. The point of warm-ups is not to be like, this is as amazing as I can be. This is as beautiful of a voice as I can have. They're to train our voice. It's kind of the equivalent of like doing stretches and warm-up laps in a sport. Oof. Yikes, I'm out of my depth here. Okay, if you're a runner, do you do some like jogging to warm up, get your muscles going? You do some stretches, right? The jogging is not going to be like representative of the speed you can actually run at, right? I should not talk. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think you guys probably get what I'm saying, right? I'll stick to music. Okay, this time we're going to do some slides. So we're going to use the word ah, and I want you to try to keep your tongue as flat in your mouth as possible. So I like to put my tongue against the back of my bottom teeth. Try to keep it there as much as you can the whole time. Slides are really good for helping us practice a consistent mouth shape, which again, right now we're doing very over-exaggerated big mouth as much as we can. It's also really helpful for practicing consistency in our notes. We don't want our slides to sound like ah. You want to try to keep things pretty connected in volume and placement and feel the whole time. Let's go. Ah. Really slide through all the notes. Ah. And keep your tongue down. Ah. Sticking with the ahs for a second, this one is going to seem really easy, but it's kind of deceptively difficult, or maybe it just is for me, I don't know. We're going to sing just one note in this exercise. We're going to start on a low G, and we're going to sing ah. We want to just grow on one note. So we're starting quiet, and mouth shape is going to be a little bit smaller. As we crescendo, as we make our note louder, we want our mouth to get bigger and our sound to get fuller. You should feel some activation in your core as you're trying to make your sound louder. We really want to encourage that air to come out as much as it can. Now, the thing that I usually run into with students on this exercise, when I say grow your note louder, subconsciously, it also tends to go higher. So a lot of people on their first try doing this exercise will go, ah. Totally normal if that happens. I'm going to be doing it with you. So if you feel like that's your instinct, keep it on a smaller scale for now. So instead of doing it as dramatically as I did in the example, you can also go, ah, ah. Even if it's a tiny bit of growth, that still shows really good breath control, ear training, all that stuff. So let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. As I always say to my students, the worst thing that can happen is that you make a mistake. Who cares? Big deal. Big whoop. I made a mistake on the piano during one of our exercises. You might have heard it. I just kept going. Who cares? We all make mistakes. That's how we learn. So here's our first note. We're going to hold it, start small, grow larger. Ready? Also, see how I have to do my hand every time? I'm such a visual singer. I always have to grow my hand as well. Maybe it'll help you. I don't know. Ah. Ah. Two more. Okay, everybody, I think that's all I have for you today. I'm really hoping those warm-ups were helpful in not only helping you hear yourself and hear your voice and what it sounds like, but also helping you build your register up to be a little bit stronger and fuller and something that you can control a little bit more easily. Next week, we're going to be diving into mixed voice, which is my favorite register of all time, but also the trickiest one. So make sure you guys come back for that. If you guys like this video and you'd like to see the next level of difficulty in chest voice exercises, please let me know. I'd be super happy to do a more advanced version of these exercises as well. In the meantime, keep practicing, sing along with this video, let me know how it went, and I'll see you guys all next week. Bye! Thanks for watching!